Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We want to be taking a look at the JASMY price that once again, JASMY is up something like 13-14% on the day. Fantastic. Obviously, I'm sure most of you, when you got into JASMY, this is exactly what you wanted to see, right? And congratulations really to everybody who was with me right at the very bottom when we were really screaming about JASMY. And today is also much more like a special day to me because we're really getting closer and closer to my face price target that I had for JASMY. Remember back then we had this falling wedge right there, and we were saying that if you want to be conservative, you could be targeting something like 4.5 cents. That time it was really crazy to be mentioning this kind of price target, and now that you see that JASMY has gone up, it's no longer enticing obviously to say JASMY is going to jump from 4.1 cents to go to 4.5 cents, right? But at that time, it was really more than a 10x. So I'm really great that we are getting that, and I hope most of you guys are also gonna be taking out some profits right there, because you really deserve it, right? But again, we are seeing that from this falling wedge, we still have got a price target of as high as something like 9, 10, 11 cents there for JASMY. So fingers crossed, we still have something like that happening here for JASMY, right? I'm going to be showing you exactly the key, levels that we want to see here with JASMY, as well as the roadmap and the trajectory that JASMY is following, which I'm sure is going to be a great video today, right? So, really congratulations to everybody who was there back then when we had this falling wedge right there. So we are looking pretty good right there. But let's quickly get back to the JASMY price chart here and show you the easy trajectory that JASMY is following here, that I've been talking about for some time obviously on the channel, and that's none other than the Velo price chart. And I think I've shown that maybe like 10-15 times already, but there is value in showing you this, because I think it really helps me at least to keep focus on what exactly we should be looking out for here for JASMY, right? And also just not to get carried away with a whole bunch of things that are happening in the market. So you see here, this is the trajectory that JASMY has been following, and now I've been saying that we have been stuck in this range, but there would come a day obviously when we'll really get out of that range and take a look at what eventually happened. So the price target that we'll be targeting for JASMY with this situation here is something like 53 cents, and I think it's very much possible. But I also wanted you to pay attention to this. Take a look at this. When you broke out of this range, right, because it was a long range, there was some kind of a back test that happened, right, and it was actually violent, to be honest. So yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm like, what could go wrong with JASMY, right? Yeah, literally nobody's expecting a pullback right at this point, but it's something that can actually happen, right? And then all of a sudden we see JASMY coming back to back test the top of that range that we had. But I don't think that is going to do pretty much big damage on the chart, because this is what charts have always been like. It's a matter of back testing and continuing to the next phase. So I'm just putting out there so that you guys are not like, when JASMY goes down something like 30%, you're like, well, this thing is a rug pull again, because really this was the theme down here when everybody was losing money in JASMY. They were saying it's a rug pull. So a scenario like that could actually be happening, but still the trajectory you've seen it, we are looking at something like 53 cents. But I forgot, guys, can you please help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button? It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for JASMY content will now be able to find this video much more easily. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I want to encourage you to do so, really, because I do TA on JASMY and a number of altcoins on a regular basis. And without me further running my mouth too much, let's quickly get back into what I expect JASMY to do long term. So yeah, you've already heard me saying that I expect JASMY to go as high as something like $1.20 here. Yeah, 53 cents is one that I think is almost a guarantee at this point for this bull cycle. I don't know what your price targets are, but it's also a very good thing to be taking profits along the way. Just as I was mentioning that 4.5 cents was a main price target for me down there. So I think that when it appears obviously on the chart, I think it's time to be taking some chips off of the table. I'm not just waiting and selling everything at $1.20 or something like that. I'm not that crazy, obviously, right? You have to be taking profits along the way. And let me show you also another milestone that we have here with JASMY relative to this structure that we have here. So from the very top of this to the bottom here, you can see that your first Fibonacci retracement level is right around something like 8 cents there. If you just adjust this nice and easy, right around 8 cents is also a good place to be taking some profits, of course, and I'll also be doing that, right? luckily I got JASMY at a very cheap price, right? Because I hit the times dollar cost average throughout the whole time here, so that was great, right? By the way, guys, sorry to interrupt, but we have got this Patreon here and we are taking trades, man, and really of late we've also been revealing some 100x possible gains here. You can see this one that we were talking about, you can see another one I posted earlier this morning, and all that great stuff right there. The trade here that we have, this is a quant trade, long trade, swing position, ICP trade, looking good, it's going well. Tron trade, we already closed this one in a profit, and we also with this GHST, I don't know, I call it ghost, but somebody told me this one on a live stream. Shout out to you, Mindful Journey, if you are watching this video, because I mean that was really a fantastic chat, and immediately I was saying that I'm posting this trade, and today I'm happy to report that we collected those profits right there. So if you are interested in trade alerts and exclusive content right there that I'm only posting on the Patreon in time, and also having live calls with my Patreon members, feel free to join the Patreon right there. But getting back to JASMY, as I was just saying, that I think that $20 is something that is very much possible, because this is what we have actually seen in the past, right, with things like this. So let me take you to CoinTrader Pro, and then I'll show you this JASMY price chart on like in a linear chart right there, right? I think I've done that before, and eventually what you are seeing here is that, yeah, I mean, it may actually be looking depressing and all that crazy stuff right there on the JASMY price chart. Everybody knew that this was just caused by the circulating supply. The economics were not really good that time, but the structure that we are having here with JASMY, I'll just summarize real quick, is the same kind of structure that we see when we take a look at the Cardano price chart back then in something like 2017. That's also the same thing that we are seeing with Ethereum too. So basically JASMY following in the footsteps of those ones. I mean, maybe I should actually just pull those charts off so that you actually get to see what exactly I'm talking about. So let me quickly pull out Cardano, which is ADA, right? ADA USDT, and here with Cardano, let me show you that structure. I mean, it's this one right there. I mean, take a look at this. This is really crazy, right? This is, look at this sharp wave to the downside, a rally prior to the whole thing flattening out, and then eventually it starts moving right there, like really into oblivion. That's pretty much what we are having here with JASMY, those sharp waves to the downside, a rally prior to this whole thing flattening out, and then it's just looking like it's just beginning to start pumping to the upside. So I mean, we were looking at this, trying to figure out what price targets can we actually reach, and we're using our Fibonacci retracement tools from the very top of the structure to the very bottom of the structure right there. We saw that Cardano did something like the 2.618 Fibonacci retracement level. If we would go ahead and apply the same thing for JASMY, we're coming up with a price target of about 84 cents, 86 cents there. But then again, we had the best case scenario. Again, same setup with the Ethereum chart, and it did as high as something like the 3.618 Fibonacci extension level. Now, should we apply the same thing there with JASMY, we are coming up with a price target of about $1.18, $1.20 there for JASMY. So that's where the price target is coming from. The good thing is that we have actually followed these structures to the T. I remember when I was making videos maybe 9 months ago, I had a theme which was saying day number 1000 blah 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 of the bear market. We're doing some kind of a countdown, and yeah, I think just from a time frame perspective as well, JASMY is ready to moon. So obviously, remember, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the very next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.